So, hey, welcome back to Nights and Weekends with me, Marcus, your host. Hey, this one-man band on this side of the internet, we got to get the job done regardless of what the hell I got going on in my everyday life. All right? So, hey, as we can see from the thumbnail, we're talking about Kamala's, Vice President Kamala's. Let me make sure I put some respect on that woman's name.
Start this shit off straight, telling all three of y'all stop playing with my name.
Let's go on there. Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name.
Let's go.
Let's do it on camera.
Stop playing with my name.
Let's
I ain't
go
gonna
right
say
on
it
in.
no Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name.
That's the vice president. It is what it is. But she went ahead and she picked her running mate, Mr. Tim Waltz. Ed and Marcus, this should be pretty quick, by the way, because at the end of the day, just so that we are clear, the problem with progressives is that there's never enough money. If you even, now in the area in which I live, I went back and I read articles from the 1950s and the early 60s, and those people were complaining about not having enough money, even though the city was at its absolute peak in population. And it was also at its, probably adjusted for the times, it was probably at its absolute peak when it comes to tax revenue, maybe adjusted for inflation. But Ed and Marcus, throw in the clip by Ben Shapiro, please, as to who we have as the vice president.
I've just signed Executive Order 20-01, declaring a peacetime state of emergency for the state of Minnesota. We need to stop congregating. We're going to close the bars. We're going to close the restaurants. We're going to close the places where we gather. Several 100,000 of your neighbors were just laid off. An entire industry has been shut down in the face of this, all for the greater good.
The governor, with the power of the state constitution behind him, has issued 104 executive orders affecting everything from schools to restaurants and bars to churches to basically every facet of everyday life.
Democrats who control the House are moving in the opposite direction. Some are pushing to put a mask mandate in state law.
YHou, the Rio, I wear a mask to school. It helps to keep me safe.
Explosive testimony from a Minneapolis police union official who says that the governor ordered cops to abandon that third precinct during the spring's rioting.
I was in the command post. I heard it. I heard the governor say, give it up.
At 9:32, Chief Arredondo calls the mayor to tell him they've lost control, can no longer maintain order in the city. And then at 10:13, Chief Arredondo, who's monitoring the scene from a couple blocks away, gets on the radio to announce defeat.
Get a citywide tone right now in our loss of the third precinct.
The third precinct has been compromised.
The mayor said I request the National Guard. Ooh, I'm out. This is great. We're going to have massively trained troops. No, you're going to have 19-year-olds who are...
We can see there, that is the person who you're going to vote for if you vote for Kamala. Okay, if you vote for VP Harris. And Marcus... Ed and Marcus, future Marcus, who isn't lightly buzzed. In my real everyday life, it was a busy day today. I had a lot of stuff I had to do. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to put my video up until relatively late in the day. It just happens. That is just how it is. And we're going to move on. But I had wanted to say something pretty quick. Ed and Marcus, throw in the clip of his wife and stuff talking about when the riots went on.
I could smell the burning tires. And that was a very real thing. And I kept the windows open for as long as I could because I felt like that was such a touchstone of what was happening.
So as we can see there, she wanted to open up the windows and get the smell of the burning tires. Now, in my opinion, as a taxpayer and a person who pays a lot of money in taxes, more than I pay for the room here in your local abandoned school or I did at the abandoned Chinese restaurant, we pay a lot of money for law and order. Okay. And in my opinion, we should not let chaos and unrest just act like a kid. Like, here we go. I'm going to act like a kid here for a second. We shouldn't let it do like this. We're just going to just let it just play around. We're just going to just do whatever. And then at the end of the day, go on back and say, well, they went ahead and they got all their sillies out. No. We pay too much money for law and order. Okay. So in my opinion, you know what it is you do? You go in and unfortunately you bust heads to put down riots. Okay. And then Marcus, also throw in the clip of him talking about his, about how we should never, the folks on the left, at least the progressives, how they should never shy away from their progressive values.
But we can get out there, reach out, make the case. And for one thing, don't ever shy away from our progressive values. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness.
It's done.
A packed room at the St. Paul Armory erupted after the governor's signature made driver's license for all the law of the land.
And also how they should never, in addition to not backing down from their progressive values, they also wanted to grant driver's licenses to any and everyone. Again, people who are not citizens of this country. Okay? Let me just make sure I say this. Okay? This is something I've had a conversation. Let me take this out of my ear. I've had this conversation with extreme pro-blacks who think that we're part of this diaspora of black people, or any other person who thinks that they're part of a diaspora of people. At the end of the day, when the stuff hits the fan, meaning that somebody has to come and get your black ass, I don't call on the diaspora of black people to come and end up getting me. I call on the United States government to end up getting me, because that is where my allegiance lies. And also that is where they have a reciprocal responsibility to come and get me. So as we can see from the clip, Tim Walz thinks that, hey, if I had to take a guess, I would probably say he's more of an open borders guy. Who cares? Why are we granting driver's licenses to people who are not citizens? Why are we turning around and then saying someone's socialism is someone's neighborliness? For the progressives, okay, let me make sure I get this clear. You all need to keep it 100, like 1,000, okay? Let me make sure I put the mic right on my mouth. There will never be enough money to complete all of your goals. You all will never, ever say, you know what? We were pretty close, and we did a good job. There's always somebody, there's always something that needs to be done and or completed. So if we go on ahead and we give driver's licenses to illegals, hell, might as well give them the right to vote. Oh, I forgot. They're already doing that in other parts of the country. Unbelievable. So you as the voter, okay, you as the voter, you are going to have to make up your mind, okay, as to, I'm sorry, mine's a little bit gone. I've been having a little bit too much fun today. You as the voter are going to have to make up your mind. Do you want progressives who are going to continually and forever never reach their goal and always say that they need more money and that they need more power? Or are you going to go with somebody? Again, Donald Trump is not perfect. Again, let me say for the 1 billionth time, I did not vote for the man in 2016. Okay? Just so that we're clear on that. Okay? That did not happen. All right? I did not vote for him. But what I refuse to do is to vote for the people who I know who on the other side are the worst. Who are worse than the person that I am voting for. Okay? So you have the most radical and most progressive ticket in my lifetime. Don't worry about how old I am. I'm old enough. Okay? So we have the most radical and the most progressive ticket in our lifetime. Now, me, you know the way I look at it? Because I honestly believe that God has a sense of humor. Okay? He does. Okay? I freaking lost a brother earlier this year. Hurt like hell. And it seems insane that somebody who was the most physically fit of all of my brothers was gone first. It is almost like as if I think at times that God, that this might just be his show. I have no idea. I hope Trump wins, but would I be surprised if Trump doesn't win? Oh, I would not be surprised in the slightest. And hopefully I can get to 100 subs before the election day. Because if I do, please God, hit the damn subscribe button. If I do, I'm doing a live the whole time. I'm gonna make sure I call off of work. Not better yet, somebody at work might see this. I'm gonna make sure I just schedule the day off. I'm gonna schedule the day off, and I'm gonna go live the whole night because it is going to be an extremely important night in this country's history. But hey, you all see who it is you all are going to have to vote for or against. I will see you all in a week. I wish that God protect all of us. God bless America. Hey, by the way, salute to all of our athletes who performed in the Olympics and brought home a gold, especially the folks in the track and field. I absolutely love it. And by the way, Steph Curry, he went Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct mode in the Olympics in the final minutes. Those are bad shots for anybody else. For him, it's just a walk in the park. We need to put some respect on that guy's name. All right. See y'all in a week. Bye.